Who's the Lord Lieutenant of Lancashire, great supporter of disability equality. So, welcome, Amanda.
Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for inviting me. Mel mentioned a while ago that she would like me to come, and it was quite an easy decision because I went to the old premises and I'm fascinated to see what you've done here. And having walked in and seen this wonderful, bright, welcoming space, and I'm told there's a garden.
Garden,
Which I also want to say, I want to have a look at the garden. That was a promise as well. But what a transformation, not transformation from here, but from where you were. And the number of people here just shows how needed a space like this is. It's easy to overlook how important community centres are. And you're all here. I mean, it just shows how much it means to you. I met quite a lot of you before. I came to an AGM a year or two ago and spoke to you all about what the Lord Lieutenant does. But what we've done here, and it's not me, I think I talked at the time about sources of funding we can help with, and this came from the Duchy of Lancaster Benevolent Fund. And I see there's a couple of members of the panel. And people apply for grants, and we can give up to £5,000 every 3 years, as Mel knows. So people apply, and we look at the criteria. What's the benefit to the community? Is it really a charity or a voluntary organisation? I mean, look at you. Absolutely, you nailed it. Every single criteria you met. So thank you for creating this super space for your community, and I hope you really, really enjoy it. Thanks, Dan.
Over to me. So, I was going to do a presentation, but I thought, after 28 years, I have not yet once actually said what I've either written down or put into a presentation. So I thought, why change the habit of a lifetime? So I've done myself some prompts, because there are some things that I really need to say, and I didn't want to forget them. So first of all, welcome from me. And it is really, really lovely to see so many of you here today on what is such a beautiful, beautiful day. I'd like to say we ordered the sunshine, but we didn't, obviously. But it is lovely to have it, because everything looks better in the sunshine, which is great. We've also had a number of apologies. So I'm not going to read out the list of apologies, but this morning, Sandra Prince, who was Leslie Finley's mum, our former chairperson, she rang. She could only, unfortunately, get as far as town. She's had to go back home, and she wanted me to say she's really sorry she couldn't be here. And also Veronica Affrin rang me. She's been called away to something, so I said I would pass those on. We've also had a little message from a very special guest. So if I mention the word Feathers McGraw, if I mention the word Wallace, Gromit, would anybody know who our message is from? Well done, well done. So Nick has and his assistant Ange have sent the following message that I said I would read out. It said, "Thank you to the team for the amazing work that you have all done. What an incredible achievement to be opening a new community hub for disabled people in the area. I appreciate all the fundraising and challenges you must have met along the way to get to this point. What an achievement. Unfortunately, we can't attend at the moment because Nick is taking time away from the studio and a long break from all public-facing events after his recent press launch and film that he did." Couldn't really argue with that, could I? No. And they said, "Thank you for understanding that there is a time to stop and say no to recover and recharge your batteries." So because I said, "Well done, Nick, for not going," "Oh, go on then, I'll come." I think it's really important when you're a busy person like that to take the time out. So one of the other points I have to make today is we are 28 years old. I haven't been here for all that time. Not far off. But the other point I wanted to make is we are run and controlled by disabled people. And 28 years ago, people said, it will not work, Mel. It won't work. You won't find disabled people with the right skills to work for your organisation. You won't find disabled people to be trustees. Why do you keep banging on about being user-led and controlled by disabled people? Why not just get anybody that wants to be a trustee and be happy with it, or a staff? And I stuck to our guns, and it went into the governing document, and the trustees then, like Leslie and John and all the ones since, have continued that. And I just wanted to read out where we are now. So, as I said, we started in 1996, which is almost 29 years ago. And this community hub is our 4th building. It's our 4th building, and it's our biggest building. And we have opened our biggest building in 2025, when everybody else is going digital and closing buildings. So we are responding to what our community wants. We have 22 staff, we have 5 different services and activities, and we have an annual turnover in the last financial year of £620,000. And I think it's really important to make that point, that charities are not always small groups run by volunteers informally. We are a big professional organisation that brings £620,000 into Preston every single year, and we recruit local people. We have local suppliers where we can. All the work that's being done in the building is being done by local volunteers, local contractors. So we are we're quite a big organisation, but what I like to think is we are also informal enough, and thank you for those that brought tea and coffee, to make people a brew when they come through the door, because it's not just about being that big business model. I just want to tell you some of the plans we've got, because I'm aware that we've only had the lease for downstairs for around 4 to 5 weeks. And not everything is as it's going to be. Really important to say, it's not going to be perfect. It is great. It is our 4th home. It's bigger and better than all the rest. Doesn't flood, so that's a real bonus for starters. But it's not going to be perfect, because unless somebody gives us £2 million to build a new build, it's not going to meet everybody's needs. And our trustees have just committed to using some of their reserves to pay for another advisor, because whilst a community hub is needed, another advisor to help people with benefit claims, debt, cost of living crisis, etc., is needed as much. So we will not do everything that we want to do in this building, but we will make it as good as we can. So from tomorrow morning, it will be open at 9:30 till 4 o'clock. That's Monday to Friday, 9:30 till 4 o'clock. You can call in if you need advice, but you can also call in to the area where Beth, Emma, Daniel, give us a wave, where they are, which is called our Casual Cafe. And it's called a casual cafe because I don't want you to build your expectations too much. So don't be thinking I'm going to be donning my pinny and doing you a jacket potato with cheese and beans. It's not going to happen. But what it will have, 9:30 till 4 o'clock, will be hot water in flasks. The tea and coffee will be out, and it'll be self-serve. Come in, get yourself a brew. Meet your friends here. We've got a small library. You can bring your own food if you want, and we're open for you, to meet places. We've also got where you can see the bunch of flowers in the corner. I can't believe that's the first time I paid full price for a bunch of flowers, and they're wilting just as much as the yellow sticker ones do. But anyway, that's just an aside. So if you get a minute, read the sign, and that is a corner that is there for all the people we have loved and lost over the years. And this hub has been put together on the shoulders of the giants who have come before us, those trustees, those staff, those disabled people, those volunteers that all contributed along the way. And in the folder I've put some of the order of service from funerals that we've been to, and I'm sure I've got to dig the rest out my boxes, and we hope to always have those flowers there. And Gemma and Jean, John's is in there as well, and not only, don't get me going, and Leslie's, but also John's water geyser will be going up as well. So John Pearson, who was our former chair, who died really suddenly, and we're delighted to have his daughter and his partner here, and they very kindly fundraised for us to buy us a hot water boiler, because for the very same reason that we ask you to bring tea and coffee, is we cannot always solve every problem in here, and it's that one of the hardest things for the staff is to listen to some stories about people that are just suffering injustice or are in poverty or who have been recently diagnosed, and we can't always make that right. But what we can do is we can sit with people and go, we'll put the kettle on, come and have a chat with us, and we'll see if we can help, and if we can't, we can just listen to people. We've still got work to do, so we've got a sound system to put in here, we've got work to do on the accessible toilet, we've got signage to put inside and outside, but our local contractors are all pretty busy, which is good, so we've just got to wait for them to do it, but it will get better and better. It's not a bad ringtone though, to be fair. It's not embarrassing if you've got a good ringtone. So we'll have an advisor shortly. We're recruiting a new one. Once that new advisor is recruited, somebody will be in here 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock every day to be able to answer your queries. 9:30. Do not make them start at 9. Anyway, 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. Just get in and get the brew first. That's what it is. As I said, the signage is on order, but also there will be a hearing loop in this room, but they've got to come and look at that and kind of check it out to know, I don't know, whatever the technical phrase is, you know, for the size of the room, but we will eventually have this room looped, and we have a portable loop at the moment. The kitchen is currently out of bounds at the moment, which is absolute music to my ears. Honestly, you know, because it's not like I'm well known for being in a kitchen, is it? So again, I need to thank the volunteers, Peter, I can see at the back, Stephen, Robert, that have decorated this room to get it ready for today. Really grateful for all the help, and we've got to carry on now. Our kitchen, Donna is going to be our kitchen volunteer, and we're just waiting for some plumbing work and some joinery, and then we're going to get the kitchen set up, and then it will have to pass its inspection with Preston City Council, which I'm sure we will do 5-star. We were at Church Street, we expect nothing less. Sound systems being installed. We've also, I don't know if anybody noticed when they came in, we have gone not only posh, we've gone proper posh. We have a garage. I don't even have a garage at home. Well, I don't even have a, well, it's a terrace, so I'm lucky to park anywhere at home. But we have a garage, and the plans for the garage are, we will have everything that you're giving away, more or less, and we're storing it in the garage, and then when we've got enough, we're going to flip the front up, get the tables out, and it'll be a good as new sale to fundraise. How cool is that? In between that, I'll put my sports car in it. Anyway, we'll also be having a Victory in Japan celebration. in August, so that'll be one of the first kind of parties after this opening. You'll notice all the flags. We've just gone past VE Day, which celebrated victory in Europe and the 80th anniversary, but actually the war ended on Victory in Japan Day in August. So we will be celebrating the end of the Second World War. We'll just leave all the bunting up, so that was quite handy, and we'll be having a party here to do that. Yeah, the Yarden, call it a Yarden again. Again, we're kind of, quelling those expectations. It's got beautiful pots in it, thanks to Let's Grow Preston. It's a really lovely space, and the next step is we're ordering a bench from Digging, so that staff, volunteers, people come. It's just a nice green space, isn't it? So the last thing for me to do, and I wanted to do it lastly because I wanted it to be the last thing that you remember that I said, really, is the thank yous. There are lots and lots and lots of people who have contributed to getting us where we are today. Whilst I am chief exec, there is no way that I could do this on my own. And anyway, if you ask anybody, they'll say I'm never here. I'm either in the office, I'm out, I'm buzzing. So this definitely isn't all down to me. So I'd like to thank Caritas Care for trusting us with their building. And it's good that they trust us because we've signed a 12-year lease. So we're in here now, we're making it our own. The National Lottery Community Fund and Preston City Council for funding different aspects of this hub. The National Lottery have taken a real chance on us and have funded half of the rent and the utilities for the next 4 years, so that we can kickstart it and we don't have as much to find ourselves, which was amazing of them. And Preston City Council have funded the kitchen, probably because they know I won't be in it. Volunteers, Peter, Robert, Stephen, like I said, decorating, emptying boxes, it's like in 5 weeks we've gone from having everything from Church Street delivered to here to making it what it looks like today. So I'm really grateful for all your help. I'd also like to thank Des and all the other staff for all their help, because it's just extra. When you've got a role, we don't have people that we employ just to come in and sort things out for us. We rely on the staff team that we've got. So Des, Matt, Beth, Natalie, Heather, all of you that are here today, they're the ones in the purple lanyards, by the way. Thank you all so much for all the help that you've given us. Thanks to all of you for attending, because it would be a pretty rubbish opening if we were here on our own, wouldn't it? Yeah. That'd just be rubbish. I'd have plenty of cakes, but it would be pretty rubbish. So thank you to all that have brought tea and coffee and sugar, and next time we do this I am definitely going to say tea, coffee, sugar, gin, chocolate. Because it's there, isn't it? I'd like to thank Margaret. Where is Margaret? Margaret, I'd like to thank you for the big cake, which is very lovely, thank you, and people will get to see it and get a taste of it afterwards. For anybody who doesn't know Margaret, she makes amazing cakes. So I'd like to thank you for the big cakes. I'd like to thank the Shout Network in Preston and the Mayor of Preston for the little cakes, and Bookers for the cold drinks. I'd like to thank all the decorators and suppliers and contractors. We don't make it easy. We don't make it easy, do we, Des? We can, we pay them, obviously, but we can be quite demanding on what we ask. I'd like to thank the Lord Lieutenant and Gulab, the Deputy Lord Lieutenant. It is very rare to have the Deputy Lord Lieutenant and the Lord Lieutenant in the room at the same time, and that's because I think neither of them knew the other one was coming. So that's how you get them both in the room. But I do really appreciate it, and we really appreciate the support, thank you. And I'd like to thank the King, and I do mean the King, like as in King Charles, and Trish Rollo from Friends of Avon Park for the fruit trees that are in the yard, because they came from the King's Community Orchard, which is lovely, and they should fruit, I think, either this year or next year. And Rachel for the pear tree that's in there. And I'd also like to thank everybody else that has just done something or anything, or even just asked when it was going to be open. So thank you very much.
Now then, thank. This is changed your mind.